Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to this live showdown between the Empire and the Beast People. So as far as our army goes, we're going to be using Volkmar the Grim atop his mighty Pimp Chariot, and I definitely feel like it's a pretty good choice. He is pretty durable against missile play, so if they have Centaurs with throwing axes, or if they have Ungor Raiders, for example, he's going to be pretty tough to take down with 100 armor, and let's see what his missile, it's only 15% I suppose, but yeah, he does regenerate with the Jade Griffin. You can see this item here, so he's a pretty tough cookie to crack. He does cause fear and terror, and normally the infantry of the Empire do struggle a little bit against the Beastmen, and I figure that if I have Volkmar in the front line supporting them, maybe we can turn the tide there and kind of win an engagement that we would otherwise lose. So the front line is going to be a combination of great swords and spearmen with the shield, so in case there's minotaurs, and we're probably going to see Morker, and if Morker does summon some Chaos Bond there, at least we have some spears kind of built into our front line. So let's go ahead and get Pimp Daddy Volkmar. We do have Witch Hunter as well, so the Witch Hunter is going to be accusing them of heresy, and Witch Hunters are just so good. I mean, regardless of the matchup and the circumstances, they're just such a damn powerful unit, so I really feel like they're usually worth including. So this will be our main force. Let's go ahead and put him over here, just so we're kind of a little bit offset, and we'll put some spears in the back, just in case he does break through somewhere. We have some auxiliary troops. And Pistoliers, as much of a meme as they've been perceived, are actually pretty good in this matchup. So we do have the Zentlers Reichsguard who are going to be protecting them, as well as the Royal Altar of Griffites. So I'm hoping that the Pistoliers can kill his Centaurs, and then from there we can have relative impunity with our cav and our infantry and that kind of stuff. So going to be a little bit hog wild, guys, but I believe in the Pistoliers, I believe in the meme, and we're gonna do it. So let's see what he's got. So he's got some poison hounds over here. Looks like a pretty elite army of minotaurs. So trying to catch me off guard, it looks like, with those, and those hounds really aren't too much of a threat. So we're gonna go and just start getting some freebies. Are these the shielded variant? They're not. These guys are. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some kind of just. We're not gonna fire at will because we want to save our ammo. So let's just see if we can pick off his flanks a little bit from here and get the cav and the other guys. And are you guys shooting? There we go. Okay. That wasn't terrible. I mean, that's pretty decent. The Gorbel is going to chase us, so we're going to have to retreat. We're probably going to have to use these Pistoliers in a more kind of defensive way. So now we can just tell them to fire at will, since we're kind of, on the periphery anyways. And if these hounds come in, they're going to be in the wrong neighborhood, that's for sure. But maybe we can chip away the edge of his formation. Yeah, we're definitely going to need the Pistoliers to take out the Minotaurs and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and pull these guys back, pull these guys back, pull these guys back. And with our main army, we can go ahead and square up. We're going to be using Accusation probably on his Deathcaster, I would imagine. Yeah, the Chaos Warhounds, actually, I don't mind at all if they come over here. So we're going to take some shots and we're going to run. I want to get those hounds like out into the open, away from the main fight, and then we can just collapse with our cav here. So this is going to be good. So yes, is he going to commit? Is he going to commit? Is he going to? It does not look like he's. Okay, great. So let's get our cav and everyone back. Just kind of keep poking away at his forces here. We'll get the Reichsguard kind of defending. Now the front line engagement is underway, so let's go ahead and get these guys here, and these guys here, these guys here, and we'll go ahead and form a flank denial right here, and we'll get Volkmar the Grim up in the main line here, and this guy can start shooting at them. Great. So he can't really commit to the fight over here, so we're going to go ahead and engage here and get the Royal Altar of Griffites going into them. I think that's going to be a pretty good little engagement for us. So the front line engagement is underway, so let's go ahead and pop the Grand Hammer of Sigmar, kind of keep roaming, and yeah, Witch Hunter's kind of shooting at some of the appropriate targets. I think we're going to accuse the Butchers of heresy. Let's go ahead and pull in some spears and have them go here. Lifecaster can go ahead and heal up this engagement as well. So the Pistoliers here, still just kind of on the hunt, so we're shooting in here. The Demogryph Knights, yeah, we don't want to take that engagement because there are the Koroks Man Rippers there, so we're just going to fall back right now, take advantage of our mobility. So get back, boys. Fire at will. Shoot at them doggos. And yeah, the Koroks Man Rippers are going to be kind of tough to take down. So, okay, so we got this guy here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a little 2v1 situation going. Greatswords are taking a bit of a pounding here. Volkmar the Grim, let's go ahead and pop his buffs. And a Banishment can go right on top of those guys. Great. Actually, it didn't work, so let's do it right here. Okay, so this fight is the more important one, so I definitely need to focus more of my attention here. So let's get the Royal Altar of Griffites back here, like down and under, and we'll keep the Demogryph Knights here to kind of protect. So we'll rotate those guys. The fighting is underway. Why is this Witch Hunter? Let's actually get you in melee. I think it's going to be a little bit more effective. But man, this fight over here is a little bit hog wild for my liking. Let's get the Demogryph Knights on that Gorbel. They're going to be very, very good versus it. And we'll pull these guys back down and under and pull the Reichsguard down and under as well. So these spears are kind of holding the flank, but we're probably going to have to fall back with our Lifecaster here. Volkmar the Grim is doing a little bit better on the side that he's on. And this outside fight is a little bit wild for sure. So where are the Reichsguard at? The Reichsguard need to turn and just take care of those hounds, because now that he's overcommitting to the hounds a little bit, we should be able to kind of pop him in the mouth there. We'll shoot those Minotaurs with the great weapons. The Witch Hunter, he needs to run like ASAP. So do we have any healing for him? I think we can heal him here. Yeah, so we'll get that Earth Blood off. Volkmar's just going to kind of roll around, and it looks like this fight is going okay. This is definitely a very, very pitched fight here, but we're getting some great freebies here, so we're finally able to get those hounds, and the not Reichsguard, but these guys are back, so let's see if they can get in to protect here. Volkmar the Grim can just keep kind of pimping it and doing this thing. But yeah, I think we're in good shape. I think we're starting to kind of, through our skirmishing and kind of poking and prodding, we're starting to pull a little bit ahead in some areas of the battle, so let's get you guys going after the Minotaurs, which is going to be good. Volkmar can go here. Let's get you going here, and actually just have you start shooting it. Great. So Pistoliers, yeah, they're just taking those guys to town. So the Reichsguard, we can go ahead and sweep around the back now. And the Royal Altdorf Griffites, where are you guys? Oh, did I just get them munched earlier? I think I did. Oh, well. Can't win them all. So, yeah, the Royal Altdorf Griffites, I think I committed to that Gorbel, and unfortunately they got surrounded, but, you know, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So, let's go ahead and get a fat heal over here, because we do have a lot of forces still fighting. Volkmar is doing his thing in the back line, and we can accuse this Deathcaster of heresy, which would be always a good time. And, yeah, we can just use the Reichsguard to kind of chase down the scraps out here. We do have some Spearmen kind of returning. And, man, we punish those Minotaurs. So, these Pistoliers are generating some pretty huge value right here. So, his caster is definitely in the wrong neighborhood. Gorbel's in there now, so we'll go ahead and pop the Grand Hammer of Sigmar, which is going to give us some pretty good stats across the board here. And let's get the Pistoliers on the far side. Okay, so we're able to collapse those guys. It looks like there is a fight here, but the Sons of Sigmar are having some problems. A little bit overwhelmed by the summons of the Chaos Spawn and some of those other guys. And these Great Swords need to get into those Man Rippers. And we need you shooting the Gorbel. And the Pistoliers just circling. And where do we want to shoot? We don't want to shoot the Ungor Herds because I'm pretty sure they have shields. Yeah, let's go ahead and check. Yeah. Great, so the Reichsguard just wrecked those guys, so we're going to pull them in, get ready for some Helm's Deep charges, some wild action. Volkmar the Grim, let's go ahead and pop this, which is going to give us some magic resist. Not that it's terribly pertinent, but we want to pull him back. And there is a huge Beastie Boy blob, so that banishment could potentially just be absolutely Shrek. Could absolutely Shrek my opponent. Oh, but he was paying attention. Damn, I was hoping he would sit there for a second. Oh, that's still pretty good. Can't complain. So Reichsguard, we're going to kind of pull you guys out in the periphery. Pistoliers, you guys, we do not want you charging into melee quite yet. So we're gonna kind of make sure to optimize our ammo here. Volkmar the Grim, let's pull him up and around this way. This guy up and around this way. Pistoliers can go up and under. Because I want to unify with my forces before we engage. I need to get like behind some spears, which is very, very Empire-esque. All right, so these Spearmen, let's go ahead and reform ranks like up here. The Reichsguard, I could potentially do some cycle charging. But why not just kind of like pick them apart a little bit, right? Just kind of shoot in there and work on these guys and their Chaos Spawn and pick off some of these filthy cows. These Reichsguard can go ahead and charge in there. I think that's going to be pretty good. And we can just use the Pistoliers to chase down units that are like isolated on their own here. Yeah, so let's get you guys. Let's actually just get the Witch Hunter going up in melee there. So we do get a charge onto those Butchers of Kalkengard. We'll go ahead and get my boys engaged there. We'll pull back the Reichsguard for another cycle charge. Pistolier's doing a very, very good job as well. So just kind of keep picking these guys apart. Let's actually work on those healthy Chaos Spawn. So we're going to pop the Grand Hammer of Sigmar there to give us some ward save. And you can see the Chaos Spawn charging, but we'll charge back in there. And right now we'll do a bit of a rear charge. See if we can kind of sandwich and / alpha strike these guys a little bit. Ooh, some great swords coming. I like it. So Volkmar's doing good, kind of leading the charge here. These Spearmen are holding. These guys are out of ammo, but you can see the charges from all directions are really buckling to Beastmen. It's definitely paying some dues. Reichsguard, we don't want to leave in sustained combat simply because the Koroks Man Rippers are there. And let's go ahead and accuse the Koroks Man Rippers of heresy. I think they're definitely heretical, so we'll do that. I just need to get them out of there, because at that point we can just kind of surround and have our way with whatever's left. And yeah, so we got some state troops coming back. Let's get some of our Pistoliers, get those guys kind of riding out there after them. And we can get our group 2 just in like, they're not going to be great in sustained combat, so we want to use them as like sweepers. Yeah, so let's get you guys kind of going here, and 4 can go here. Great, so they'll chase those Minotaurs off, which will be great, because they, I'm pretty sure they do regenerate. So Grand Hammer of Sigmar doing its thing. We'll get the Reichsguard surrounding, and yeah, from here, I think we got this now. I think we're just going to surround this filthy beast. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get everyone here. We'll get you in melee here. Oh, damn, those Minotaurs came back. That's tough. Okay, so let's put these guys in group 2. Make sure to group them together, and then we can just swarm these Minotaurs and get some spears over there to help out. And from here, I think we just kind of get a bit of a surround. So let's, but anytime you see there's like an inefficient like combat here, you can just actually, we need to degroup them because there's some bugging issues. So yeah, we can do that. You ride around them and then you re-engage. So then it's going to be like a pile in. Basically like playing some hot 40k action, which I've been enjoying quite a bit lately. My Death Guard have been playing in a Tuesday night league, which is fun. So well played to my opponent. Quite a battle. That was definitely a very back and forth one. Very micro-intensive. And yeah, it worked out well. Those Pistoliers were really good. 68, 32, 42. I was really sloppy with the Royal Altdorf Griffites. I committed them to the Gorbel, but I could have sworn they were like in a separate engagement. But yeah, that was a big mistake. But again, I felt like micro-wise, everything was pretty on point with the exception of that one play. The Reichsguard performed very well. They were able to get cycle charging, outmaneuver, take out the Hounds when the timing was right, because my opponent wasn't going to give it up for free. So he made me work for those Hounds there to kind of chase those guys. The Greatswords, really solid stuff. The Empire Spearmen. And this is something that Daw Plays actually showed me a while back. Like, I used to not be a fan of them. Like, why do you get these guys? Like, the swords have better offensive stats, but really with the Empire, it's more about holding. So, and especially against, like, Centaur play and Minotaurs. I mean, look at that. Minotaurs are something people do surprise with occasionally, and the fact that I had those spears in the front line to, like, fight them was so essential. I mean, those guys did a great job. Even though my opponent was very good at making sure his Minotaurs were attacking my Great Weapon units. So good stuff from him. Witch Hunter was awesome. As always, you know, he had the heresy, the accusation, or accusing of heresy on the Bray Shaman. Helped us burn him down quick with our Life Caster and stuff. So yeah, it was tough. I feel like I made a few mistakes letting my Jade Wizard get caught up and taken down. I also let my Demogryph Knights down. But aside from that, I think it was okay. I also think that Boris did good. For my opponent's army, I mean, it was good. I mean, you don't need much to fight against 8 troops. You could see even Ungors did well, the Koroks Man Rippers did well, but and 120 on those guys. But yeah, it was aggressive, and he had the tools to shut down missiles with the hounds and everything. Like, I wasn't able to just sit and get comfortable and shoot at him with impunity. He was maneuvering very aggressively, and it was pretty solid. So very well played to my opponent, Renart. Look forward to running into again on ladder, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this live action game. My apologies for not playing more live games. A lot of times it's tough because you go into a live game, you do a whole cast, right? And then like I'll try and cast like 3 or 4 live games, and they might all be stomps, so they might not be good games. They might be like 2 or 3 minutes long, or it might be super laggy, and then it's not fun to watch. So it's a little bit trickier to get live games, but again, I will do my best to keep trying to bring them to the channel. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time.